안녕하세요, 김 선생이에요. Today I'm gonna cover noun modifiers, which you can find easily in almost every Korean sentence. Therefore, it is quite crucial to know how to use them. For that, I've divided into two parts. In this video, part 1, I'm gonna explain how to use 은, 는, and 을 in detail. This is suitable for beginner level students. And in the following video, I'm gonna demonstrate the differences between 어떤, 던, and 은, which is suitable for intermediate level students. As always, there is a grammar quiz at the end of this video, so watch it till the end. Okay, then let's get started. When forming a noun modifier, there are two things that you have to consider. First, if it's a verb or an adjective. Secondly, you have to check the tense, if it's in the past or in the present or in the future. When a verb describes a noun and when the tense is in the past, then 은 should be attached to the verb stem. In the present, 는 should be attached to the verb stem. In the future, 을 should be attached to the verb stem. When an adjective describes a noun and when the tense is in the future, same like here, 을 should be attached to the adjective stem. In the present, 은 should be attached to the adjective stem. And in the past, I'm gonna leave this area empty for now. You will see why later. What's confusing is there are two 은. This one is attached to the verb stem, referring to the past action. And this one is attached to the adjective stem. It doesn't necessarily refer to the past tense. And all these noun modifiers are placed before the noun. For example, 먹은 사과, the apple that I ate. 먹는 사과, the apple that I'm eating. 먹을 사과, the apple that I'm going to eat. 맛있는 사과, tasty apple. 내일 먹으면 맛있을 사과, the apple that will be tasty if I eat tomorrow, because it's not ripe yet or something. So far, so easy, right? But I'm afraid there are some details that you should know. Let's go into details. First, 은. When 은 is attached to the verb stem, it simply indicates that action happened in the past. For example, 우리 어제 본 영화 제목이 뭐야? What's the title of the movie that we watched yesterday? 보다, the verb stem 보 plus 니은. And it is also used when the completed action in the past has relevance to the present situation. Let me give you an example. 저는 미국에서 온 마이클이에요. I'm Michael from the States. The action that you came to Korea is in the past, which is completed, but you're still in Korea. So you came to Korea in the past, but the state after the action has completed remains same. One more example. 빨간 티셔츠를 입은 사람이 정국이에요. The person who's wearing the red t-shirt is 정국. You might ask me now, 은 is used to refer the past action. Then why did you say wearing? The action that he put on the red t-shirt is in the past. It is completed. But he's still wearing it. As some of you already know, this wear verb, 옷을 입다, 신발을 신다, 시계를 차다, 가방을 매다. It is normally used with 고 있다, the present continuous form. So I can also say 빨간 티셔츠를 입고 있는 사람이 정국이에요. The person who's wearing the red t-shirt is 정국. These two sentences mean the same thing. But here, 는, the noun modifier referring to the present tense is used. And here, noun modifier referring to the past tense is used. As we've just checked 는, it is attached to the verb stem. It indicates an action is in progress. For example, 지금 도착하는 열차는 성수행입니다. The train that is arriving now is bound for 성수. Here, 는 is just the subject particle, you know that, right? As 는 denotes present tense, it is used for habits or repeated actions, general truths or facts, attributes of a person or a thing, and for fixed arrangement. 제가 자주 가는 식당이 여기예요. The restaurant that I often go is here. 운동을 규칙적으로 하는 사람은 건강해요. The person who does exercise regularly is healthy. 술을 못 마시는 소라는 어제 콜라를 마셨어요. 소라 who can't drink alcohol drank cola yesterday. 다음 주 쉬는 날에 여행을 갈 거예요. On my day off, next week I'm going on a trip. And then is used with 있다 없다. It means to be, to exist. For example, 중국에 있는 친구가 보고 싶어요. I miss my friend who is in China. And there are adjectives which ends in 있다 없다, right? For example, 재미있다, funny, 맛없다, not tasty. These are adjectives, but as it ends in 있다 없다, we should use 는. 맛있는 음식을 먹고 싶어요. I wanna eat tasty food. But actually, as I mentioned earlier, when adjectives describe a noun, then 은 should be attached to the adjective. Let's have a look at it now. So when 은 is attached to the adjective stems, it indicates the present state of a person or a thing. For example, 기분이 좋은 민규는 춤을 추고 있어요. 민규, who is in a good mood, is dancing now. This 은 can be attached to the noun plus 이다, 아니다, indicating the present state. For example, 신입생인 민규는 항상 학교에 일찍 와요. 민규, the freshman, always comes to school early. An adjective plus 은 also indicates the attributes or state of a thing or person in general. For example, 저는 예전에 잘생긴 남자를 좋아했는데 지금은 착한 남자가 좋아요. In former days, I used to like handsome men, but now I like kind men. Here, 잘생긴 남자, 착한 남자, it's attributes of a person. But when the adjective refers to attributes or a state of a thing, a person in the past, not 은 should be attached, but 던 or 어떤. 던, 어떤, I'm gonna cover this in the following video, so you can check it later. And as we've just learned, adjectives which end in 있다, 없다. 는 should be attached to the adjective stem, not 은. A quick question for you. When there are several adjectives modifying a noun, like this one here, I like a man who is tall, funny, and kind. How would you say that in Korean? 저는 키가 크고 재미있고 착한 남자를 좋아해요. Then you should just add 은 to the last adjective. Do not attach the 은 to all the adjectives. 큰, 재미있는, 착한 남자. Just use 고 and attach the 은 to the last adjective stems. Last one, 을, is attached to the verb stems or adjective stems, or noun plus 이다, 아니다. Is used to refer to the action or state in the future. 이번 휴가 때 어디에 갈 거예요? Where are you going on this vacation? 저는 제주도에 갈 예정이에요. I'm planning to go to 제주. 예정, future plan or future schedule. 갈 예정. It can be also used to make an assumption. For example, 철수랑 영희가 사귈 가능성이 있어. There is possibility that 철수 and 영희 are dating. Also for intention. 너한테 할 말이 있어. I have something to tell you. And also for future plans. For example, 내일 볼 영화는 미나리예요. Movie that we're gonna watch tomorrow is 미나리. But when noun modifier 을 is used with 일, 때, and 분, in these cases, 을 is not indicating the future tense, but just describing the following noun. For example, 저는 미국에 살아서 한국어를 사용할 일이 거의 없어요. I live in the States, therefore I don't get the chances to speak Korean. The noun 일 has a lot of different meanings, but in this sentence, 일 means a case or an occurrence. So in this sentence, 을, it doesn't indicate future tense. 저는 공부할 때 노래를 들어요. When I study, I listen to music. Again, here 을 is not indicating future tense, but just describing the following noun, 때, the time. And 을뿐, this is actually for intermediate level students. So if you're a beginner, you don't need to worry about it now. 을뿐 indicates that there is only this action or this state available, no others. For example, 코로나 때문에 집에만 있을 뿐이에요. Because of corona, I just stay at home. Now here comes the quiz. 마이클은 어제 부산에 간 기차를 탔다. Oh, this is in the past. So it should be then 간 기차를 탔다. Because 은 indicates the past tense. If you think it like this, then it's wrong. Because this 기차 goes to Busan regularly. So it's repeated action. Therefore, 가는 is the correct answer. if you hear used 간, then it doesn't make any sense. Because it means Michael took the train which had gone to Busan. So it's not possible. 2번. 비행기가 도착 시간이네요. It's time for the flight to arrive. So, future, 도착할 시간이네요. 어제 먹은 음식이 뭐였죠? What was the food that we ate yesterday? So, in the past, 먹은 음식이 뭐였죠? It was really spicy food. Adjective, 매운. So here, 은 is attached to the verb stem, 은, indicating the past tense. And here, 은 is attached to the adjective stem. 맵다, spicy, pi읍 irregular conjugation, therefore 매운 음식. 오늘 저녁에 시간 사람? Does anyone have time tonight? 시간이 있다. Have time or be available. 있다. Therefore는 오늘 저녁에 시간 있는 사람. 5번. 나 지금 커피 사러 가는데 커피 많은 사람? I'm gonna go get some coffee. Anyone wants to drink coffee? So drink the action in the future. Therefore, 커피 마실 사람. 6번. 지하철에서 때 조심하시기 바랍니다. When you get off the train, please be careful. You see 때, get off, 내리다. 내릴 때. But here you see 조심하시기 바랍니다. Honorific pre-final ending is used. So you'd be better to add here as well the honorific pre-final ending. 내리실 때. So that's it for today. If you're an intermediate level student, or if you're curious what's the differences between 어떤, 던, and 은, then please watch my following video, Noun Modifier Part 2. Thanks for watching my video, and if you find my video useful, then please subscribe my channel. 그럼 다음에 또 만나요. 안녕.